All right, hello guys. My name is Dylan Talactag, and today I'm going to talk to you guys about Argentina and their food culture. So, some background history of Argentina. It's located in South America, and it's home to about 4.38 million people. Spanish is their main language, found in the region, and its culture is heavily influenced by both Spanish and Italian cuisines. If you did not know, um, Spain colonized them for about almost 300 years. And then from the years about 1853 to 1955, they welcomed about 6.6 immigrants. And a large part of them are Italian and Spain. And fun fact, this is the second largest amount of immigrants in the world, only behind the United States. So some traditional foods that they do have, as you can see here on the right hand side, is empanadas, asado, and chimichurri. Um, they love their asado or their grilled meat, and to pair their grilled meat, they usually eat it with chimichurri. And empanadas is also another one that they do love to eat. Some common ingredients that they will not be eating other than beef would be lamb and pork. And the starches that they use is usually potatoes, sweet potatoes, wheat, and some fruits like apples. The role of food in their everyday life. This is basically like America. They have about 3 to 4 different meals throughout the day. Desayuno or breakfast consists of like bread or coffee. Almuerzo is usually the biggest meal of the day, which consists of like meats, um, carbs, potatoes, uh, things like that. And merienda, which is like a break, they can either consist of like coffee, mate, um, pastries, or something small to hold them off until cena or dinner. What's interesting about this is their dinner is usually eaten at like about 9 p.m. or even later than that, which is kind of cool. Um, and that consists of like a meat, carbs, and much more, depending on wherever they're at. One of the most important days of their culture is 25 de Mayo, or El Día de la Revolución de Mayo. This is basically the Independence Day from Spain. And during this day, it is usual to eat locoro, which is right here in the bottom right. And it's like a stew that is based of like beans, hominy, meats, and vegetables. In terms of food in their lives, it's very important that they eat together. Um, Meal times are where family and friends get together, and it's often uninterrupted. So they sit down, talk, and get to know each other, and that's very shows a lot about their friendship and kinship with one another. In terms of internal pressures, if you did not know, Argentina has high inflation. If you see in the bottom right hand picture from the Washington Post, the inflation rate is about 50% compared to the 7% in America. If we thought that our inflation rate or everything's getting more expensive now, 50% is 7 times more. So it's super impactful in their lives. Because of this inflation, the lack of food is very hard to get, and this can both lead to starvation and malnutrition for their kids. And from the same Washington Post, they found about 13% of children and adolescents do struggle with this. The inflation is due from the government. The government print too much money without any backing to hold the value of that money. So as more money got printed, the less it cost or less value that it had within the economy. And because of this, many of the Argentinians learned how to adapt, and they learned how to budget their uh, salary or money and buy as soon as possible because an apple today that costs maybe like $1 can be costing $5 tomorrow, which is which adds on to food insecurity for them. In terms of external pressures, China has heavy influence in Argentina and Argentinian culture. Since 2005, China has invested over 17 billion into them, into their infrastructure. And this consists of having their Chinese businesses go inside Argentina, as well as have their people also go into Argentina, which is kind of like a melting pot for them. So many of their cultures have combined with one another and to inform Chinese, Argentinian, Peruvian fusion, or chifas. These are basically Chinese influence with a Argentinian Peruvian twist. And it is very apparent that we're going to see a lot of this melting pot of flavors in the upcoming years as China is placing heavier influences on Southern America. One of the popular foods that are found, like I said previously, is asado. Asado is the national dish and it comes in all variations. This is one of the foods that if we were to go to Argentina, you should try. Checked over various travel websites and they recommended one place, Don Julio in Buenos Aires. If we ever go there, that's the number one place that has one of the best asados in the world, which you should try if you do go there. And these are my resources. And thank you.